And today's episode, as ever, we will be discussing about inventory management. Inventory management, get it right and you will enjoy abnormal profits. That is something that most businesses that are dealing with inventory, like pharmacy, hospitals, and many others, they are not optimizing. You go to a pharmacy, you go to a supermarket, you go to shops, retail shops, and the rest. They are making losses in a situation where they could enjoy profits. So today we're asking some questions and providing answers as usual. Now, the first question we want to discuss today is, why do some businesses lose money even when their sales are strong? This question is similar to what we asked yesterday, but there is a different point that we want to look at it today, which is particularly with respect to what? Inventory management. Now, business sales can hide inventory problems. You go to a business. I remember there was one time we were onboarding a business in Douala, and it's a very big business, making more than huge millions a month and running into millions. But the business had a lot of inventory challenges. But they win contracts from the government, they supply to big organizations. So what I discovered was that a business can be selling millions every month while still trapped in low moving products, expired products, damaged products, and products with very low margins. Check that. There are products that are expired, there are products that are damaged, there are products that are moving very slow. Yet the business is selling. There are products with low margins, and the institution is not aware, the organization is not aware. So this becomes a very important problem that you have to understand. Now, imagine, for instance, you buy products worth maybe say 20 million francs, and if 8 million is sitting in a shares because the sales rate is very low, simply stop. That means 8 million of your capital is not working, it's not generating. And that is what most businesses do. They buy a lot of products and they keep, and those products are there. You are not selling them, they are not going out. So once you make this big mistake, you have to just lock up your capital somewhere. So if you get your inventory management well, your business will flourish. So how much of your stock is actually working for the business is something that you must check. If you don't even check daily, you should check weekly and monthly. Monthly is too long a time in the world of today. You should, like we said the other day, you need to have dashboards that are giving you, trackers that are giving you. And one of the things you are tracking is how fast are you selling your inventory? Are there products that have been there for too long a period? Because without you tracking, you will not know. The question number 2 that we want to address today is, what are the biggest inventory mistakes you see in your business making on a daily basis? Have you taken time to think over this? Have you taken time to evaluate? Have you really evaluated the business mistakes? One of the biggest mistakes is buying based on what? Intuition instead of guided by data. And that is what most businesses do. It's just because somebody came and asked for a product today, you decide to go and buy it tomorrow. Someone says this product sells well and let's buy 50 pieces. You buy more than you have not taken into account demand, right? So if you want to succeed with your inventory management, you must know that you don't buy from intuition. You need to have data that informs you. It's not because somebody asks for a product today and you go and buy it tomorrow. You have to accumulate the data over time. But are you tracking that? You must be tracking. So the questions you need to be able to answer is, does your inventory sell well? How much did you sell last month? How many are your current inventory? That is what the current state of your inventory. How many days will it take you to sell the inventory you have? Maybe if you can break that in terms of items. Have you evaluated how sales were last year compared to this year and see which are the products that were selling highest last year? Are they still the ones selling this year? But most businesses, what they do is they do big guesswork. Without answers to these questions, you are basically doing guesswork because there is no evidence that you understand what is happening in your business on a daily basis. So as a business owner, as a manager, whether you own a small shop, a retail shop, a restaurant, a supermarket, a bookshop, whatever that you're selling stocks, there are some important questions and decisions you have to make. Now, how can a business know whether its stocks records are accurate? Have you ever bothered to check that? Have you connected physical reality of your business? Do you have any system in your business? If the system says you have 100 units, and by checking you discover that you have 73 or 70 units, do you know where the difference is? Because there are things that happen with inventory management that at times when we don't have systems, it becomes difficult to know. Where are the difference? Is it from theft? Is it damaged products, unrecorded products, wrong entries, returns, transfers, or errors? Now, I shared a story the other day about this supermarket. What happens is that one of the staff was dubious. Basically, what the staff does is that as she's selling, she will just come today and sell something and know that, okay, if I just backdate the figures here, at the end of the day, it will not show up in today's report. And it took time to find out. So assume that somebody is selling for you, you have no system. You will never know, because when you come today, sales of today, 100,000, you check, yes, everything aligns. But there's a product that was sold today that was not recorded. And how do you reconcile? You will not know that you have 10. How did this supermarket get to? The person discovered that the system was showing that we have 8 products, but you went on the shelf and there are how many? 5. And on checking, because the system was tracking, you cannot take a product out without a receipt, which means that product must be recorded. They discovered that somebody sold the product and backdated the day. So during the closing of books, that amount did not feature because it was recorded as a sale of maybe last week. And so if you have a business and you don't check this thing, how do you know that somebody sold something and backdated it? It will become very difficult. So this is why inventory reconciliation and regular physical count is important in your business. You need to be able to do regular counts. But how can you do that when you don't have a system that facilitates the process? How we work with Solafide is that often there is a sheet that when you want to do count, you just go and generate it. They will give you the current quantities. You come and do your accounting, or you can just say, okay, this is what we call audit trail. You don't necessarily need to count everything. You can come and randomly select maybe 20 products, yes, and verify them. Just go to the system. If you identify issues, then you can now do a manual count. You must have a system that tells you. If you want to count the products, you can decide to choose whether the system should give you the current quantity, or you do what we call blind count, which means you count and you don't know how many is there. You only reconcile when you are ready to. You have done the counting of the physical. You come and reconcile and see the differences. Then you can justify whether everything is intact. So it is important. Now, another thing about your inventory management is what is the real cost of having too much inventory? Now, the purchase price sometimes is only the beginning story. Your money is tied up. You need storage. You need people to manage it. Products can become damaged. Some products become obsolete. Some products expire. Some can disappear. And while that money is sitting in your stock, you cannot use it elsewhere. So, good inventory management means you know how your products are. You should not have excess inventory. Don't buy. There is something we implemented with Solafide, and what we did was that we made it in such a way that the system should be able to recommend you to which products to buy, not as a matter of maximum or minimum, but taking into account the selling rate, which means as you start selling, they study and they see that this product is going out. They check the rate that you are selling, so that you don't just sell. So we look at the selling rate and say, okay, instead of buying 5 now, buy only 2. Instead of buy 10, buy 15, because there is potential that you sell. That is a huge difference than you just using maximum minimum to reorder. That is a huge difference for you to just get up and see two customers ask for something and go and buy, and karma is there, nobody comes again. So you must understand these principles and these logics in inventory management. That's why we say inventory management, get it right and you enjoy abnormal profit. You should not have excess stock, right? You should not have excess stock. So the question I'm asking you, or the point we're trying to make, is why your money is sitting. Sometimes a business owner, as a business owner, we are only interested in selling. We only assume our business is doing well. We have enough stock. You don't have enough stock, we have excess stock. You have excess stock, even, and some products are overstocked, some are understocked. And you're losing money. You're not losing money only because of overstock, because money is stock is locked up. You're also losing money because there are things that you instead need them and you don't have them. So inventory management is a critical part in your business, especially if you have anything to do with stock. Believe me, it's difficult to manage it using just your normal daily, because how can you manage 200 products? You will not. Your brain, human brain is not like a machine that has the ability to process and go far. So that is the point we're trying to make. Please, it is very, very useful for you to do it, to understand these things and know that it will play a good role for your success. Now, the another question we're asking is, what happens when business keep buying products that are moving slowly? Eventually, now, because there is something about inventory management that you need to understand. In business and in accounting in particular, when you remove cash and go and buy inventory or stock, it is not considered as expenses. Why is it that it's not considered expenses? It's because what has happened, money has basically changed how they form from physical cash to stock. And so now it only becomes valuable when you now sell it, because that's when you account for cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is not calculated when you buy things and come and keep. No, it's when you are selling the items. Otherwise, you are still just storing your money in another form. So, in order for you to avoid dead stock, you should not buy because of intuition. You see something, you just buy. Even if it's not selling, it's there. Your money remains trapped. You have expenses to pay. You need cash to buy products that customer actually want. Customers need products, but you don't have them. So that is what we're saying. This is why most businesses, like we said, most businesses can look very good, but they will still be struggling a lot. And the reason is simple. They have not understood some basic business principle, business management. They don't understand what it takes to manage the business. Not because they're not willing. They're trying to do it, but they don't know the nitty-gritties. And one of the motivations or the reason why we're here is to give you the nitty-gritties about business management. Today we're discussing stock. The other day we discussed sales. And what is the point that we're bringing to you? You should be able to optimize your stock. Don't keep stocking up or trap. You take your money and you trap it in the shelves. Now, another thing you may be asking me, how can your business identify fast-moving or slow-moving and dead products? This one you cannot rely on your maybe intuition, right? You don't rely on intuition. It's difficult for you to just sit and say, okay, this one is fast moving. Well, you may do that. But the truth is that you have to look at data. For every product, it is important that you need to know how much did we buy? How much did we sell? How quickly does it go out? How much is the current stock? How much money is tied up? How much profit are we expecting to generate if we sell all of this? You get a profit margin. You get those products that have been there for too long. A good product should not be there for too long. We may not be even able to tell you that it's 1 week, 2 weeks to 1 month. But the issue is that any product that stays for too long without you selling becomes a problem. And so it is important for you to have a system to answer this question so that you identify those products that are not doing well. It is extremely important. Your objective as a business owner is to identify fast-selling products and have more of it, to identify low-selling moving products and remove them, to identify dead products and remove them, to make sure that products don't get expired. Some products you have to give out for promotion so that they go out, so you recover your money, so that they don't get expired. You see products that are low moving, you may give promotions, discounts, so that you sell them out and buy products that are selling fast. That's what we are saying. So for you to manage your business, it's not very difficult. It just takes some key principles. And we are trying to unveil all those principles. If you have been following, you will understand that we're bringing to you all aspects. I said we have been doing this for some time and we have the experience. Why? Because we have a system that manages organizations, regardless of the business. Like this podcast now is brought to you by Solafide. And what is Solafide? It is an Ohada-based accounting system and an ERP, which means you can manage your customers, you can manage your suppliers, you can manage your payroll, you can manage your this, you generate your GSF easily. You don't need to go and pay accountants at the end of the year expensive amount of money or consultants. Your data automatically give you Ohada compliance report. But that is not the focus. That's just a system. And I've said it. Don't say you cannot afford a system. There are free systems, there are low-cost systems, there are expensive systems. At least get a system. If it means you get a system and track only your expenses, your sales, and your stock, that's okay. But get a system that handles these three aspects of the business. One, how money comes into the business? Two, how money leaves the business? It is very, very important for you to get a system that handles these things. Forget about the rest of the system. These three things, if you get them right in your business will grow. That one is clear. You are very conscious of revenue. You are very conscious of your expenses. You are conscious of your inventory. If you are inventory-based business, right? Yes. So that is something that you need to take care. If you are running a business like a pharmacy, you need to be conscious of what? Expiring dates, because that's very important. How can you prevent it if you don't know? Anytime you receive product, you need to register them and know that this product will expire in the next 6 months, 1 year. So the system is tracking. Any product is getting to expiring date. Maybe if you say, remind me 30 days, 90 days, 30 days, 5 days, or 7 days, and the system keeps track of that. But you cannot track on your own. That is very important. Now, how can inventory discrepancy reveal theft or fraud? Have you ever thought of that? I've given you already a scenario that we experienced with one organization, just one. There are so many. I mentioned the case of Douala, the business. It was a huge business. One of the reasons staffs were not willing to accept the system is because it was bringing control. They could not do as they used to do. And so you need to be conscious of that as well. At times you have to go back and check. Don't limit yourself to the sales of the day, right? Yes, this is the sales of the day. Check transactions of the day. Sometimes it's more important just an amount of that you have done, because some people backdate. If you have 100 units as we have received and you have sold 80 units, theoretically you have 20. But if you go back to count and you discover that we have what? 13. What has happened to 7? Where is the 7? You must verify. Is it, maybe it could be error in the course of recording. Maybe someone took them and did not. Maybe it was transferred to a different shop. Or to if you have different You must be able to point these things out in your business and know. That's when you are into business. That is when you will know that you are into business and you already succeed in that business. That's when you can turn around. That business has been struggling and the business starts growing because you are removing these bugs, call them bugs, that are eating up the business. The business has some value that is bringing, but these things are preventing it from moving ahead. And it's important for you to be conscious of that. So, a good inventory management creates what we call audit trail around stock movement, so that we know from the time that there was a purchase order placed to when the stock were received to the selling. Every aspect of every activity is tracked. When was it done? Who did it? Those two things are very, very important. When was it done? Who did it? Maybe somebody ordered for it, another person received it, another different person approve it, the selling and so on. But you need to know that without that knowledge, it's difficult for you to enjoy abnormal profits. And we are saying that the essence of us bringing you this video is to help you to enjoy abnormal profit in your business by optimizing your inventory management. The first thing is that you need to identify what slow moving products and eliminate from your business as much as possible. You need to identify fast selling products and make sure that you optimize them. You need to look for products that tie up your inventory. You should not have excess inventory. You must optimize. Don't just buy because somebody come and ask for it today. There's one time we watched a film from Nigeria, and some dubious guy they will move around and ask for products. Can you selling this? And so businesses will run when they want to go and buy. These are the same people who go and sell. And you buy and come and keep another, and they never come around. You are buying based on intuition. I have a friend who has been running his business. He knows when to buy. Before people are rushing to buy, he has already bought. For instance, school resumption. He has been analyzing. He knows the best things that will be good during school resumptions. So he buys them. Even by June, he already has the stock. While others are rushing to buy in August, he has everything already in. Because the system is telling him, buy now, and you'll be able to sell. But when others are get up today, they're thinking that it's today that they want to go and buy. He already has it. By the time you are getting to where your supplier, you say you don't have it, you have to wait again 2 weeks. Somebody bought it earlier. He understood the principle. Now, why should inventory be connected to accounting, sales, and purchases? Some softwares and systems that solo the manager's inventory. Well, it's not bad. But one of the things we did with our philosophy when we were building Solafide was that we don't want a salesperson to be separated from the person who is buying, to be separated from the person who is receiving money. And so we build a connected system. It's like a den. You have everything intact within the system. So when you get into the system, it's like a den where you have everything. Salesperson makes a sale. The inventory manager already sees that this stock has left, and the reorder unit already comes up. He can reorder if he sees that there's need to reorder. Not that we sell when we're done. We now transfer the information to the sales. Thank you for liking, please. I really appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed, I pray you do so. Right? They have to transfer it to this before they will go. No. Immediately a sales move and it reaches the reorder point. The inventory manager sees that this product needs to be reordered. This and that. Accounting knows that this is the current worth of our stock, and so on. The business functions as a system. There is no manual processes. There is no discrepancies. Decision making is instantly prompt. And so you need to have an understanding. Get a system, and I keep repeating, either the one that is free or the one that's cheap, the one that is expensive. It all depends on your need, but at least get something. and track these three things in your business: sales, expenses, and inventory or stock. Those three things, they're very, very vital. They define most businesses, right? Yes, if you track all of that, that is the core of business management. The other day we talked about understanding real profit, because most business owners don't understand what we mean by real profit. You need to understand real profit, and the concept of real profit is that you must know your cost of goods, the margins you are getting per item. Now you need to be able to deduct your salaries, deduct your taxes, deduct your bank charges, momo charges, deduct your rent, bills, and all of this before you get to what is left. And what if what is left is too low? Then your business will struggle. So it is important for you as a business owner to have a good understanding of what constitutes real profit and track it. That is one of the things we say, get a tracker. These are things you monitor maybe weekly or daily basis. Dashboard becomes very important. I will not overemphasize the role of a dashboard to a business owner. If you want to know the role of a dashboard, think of driving a car without a dashboard. Think of driving a car. Oh, you will not like what happens, but you don't want to have one for your business. Yet you want to succeed. What still will come when we start talking about AI? When we start discussing how AI is affecting the world of business management, how competition is at your doorstep and you are sleeping. You think that the world is still the same. No, this is not the world of 2010. This is not the world of 2020. This is after COVID, everything changed. And when ChatGPT came, the whole world was transformed. And that transformation has come to stay. Are you collecting data to manage, to optimize your activities? Or you think that you'll be doing? Oh, you're comfortable. Then you can, yes. If your business is struggling now, be rest assured. If you don't take drastic measures, it will suffer the more. I'm not a prophet of them, but I'm saying that the way the world is going is not juicy any longer. It will not get better. You see what is happening? The conflict between, there are a lot of global conflicts, right? And AI is also a major factor that is affecting how businesses run. If you have a one-man business, start collecting little data. If you run a big enterprise and you don't think that AI is affecting your activities, you're joking. You're joking. So are you conscious of using AI to optimize your activities, to automate some processes? So our objective in this channel is to help you manage your business effectively and efficiently. We are bringing you real facts. We are bringing you questions. We are bringing you arguments. We are showing you the necessity of a digitalized system in the world of today. And why do we do so? We believe that Africa has potentials. But these potentials can only be optimized when we start thinking of doing business the standardized way. Buying of products should not be intuition. And you should know that there is competition out there. And so I'm excited to always see you join me in this discussion. But it will be very, very important for you to join the community. You can go to our website, solafideonline.com, right? You can subscribe to our channel, or if you're on Facebook, follow us so that you are notified. And let's keep going. Let's give ourselves some time. Let's say maybe 10 videos, and you are taking notes, you are checking. I ask questions because then questions are very good in helping you to learn. I ask questions so that you take the questions and go back and check in your own business. So sometimes you have to come ready to, if you are watching a video live, or maybe post the publishing, jot down these questions. Have you identified products that are draining? Or you are just going? Have you checked the 20 or the 30% products that have been there for the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months? Have you done that? Have you gone back and when did I buy this thing? Do you even know when you bought some of those items that are in a share? You don't know. When you buy items, you know this came in today. Sometimes you are selling new products while the old ones are still there because you just come and pack everything. But when there is cloud, even the salesperson, you know, pick from this. That's why things have batch numbers and slot numbers, so that you track all of that. You know when to pick up something that came in. We say the LIFO-FIFO principle. Are you applying any? So dear friends, I'm always excited, but like I said, our objective is to help us grow. Let's have a different mindset about business management, and that's what we're discussing in this channel. In this channel, we cover everything about business management, and one of our beliefs is that technology plus empowered staff equals to organizational success, organizational excellence. But you say, no, I don't want to use any software. Software is expensive. My business is small. The reason you are giving is the same reason why you need a system. The reason you are giving might be the most important reason why you need a system. So systems are to facilitate. Systems are to make management easy. So inventory is cash tied up. Inventory is cash, and so when you are buying, you must have this philosophy that stop treating all products equally in your business. Know your top selling products, know your highest value products, know your slow movers, know your dead stock, and be able to do what? To know which products are getting to expiration so that you know what to do with them. Don't allow your money to get lost in dead stocks. So I want to add one more rule. I want to give one rule. Never buy inventory, right? Simply because you think it will sell. Buy because there is some data supporting. Don't buy because somebody just came and asked it today and you think that no. Buy because you have data to say this is a product that is in demand now. And it's not only a demand now, that will be in demand tomorrow. Or if it is a demand now, you need to know. So you don't buy something, come and keep. So that is one thing that we are discussing here. It's about sales management. Make your business grow the modern way. Let your business give you abnormal profits by doing what? Optimizing as inventory is concerned. And in this video, what have we said? We have made you to understand the place of what? Inventory management system. Inventory should not be sitting just in your shares. It is your cash, your profits. And one big risk is that if this product gets damaged, if this product gets expired, you've lost the money. But you are not taking any serious action against that. You are not taking any serious action. So, how do you know which products are selling fast? Have you bothered? Have you thought of that? Which products are moving slowly? How much money is trapped in dead stock? How do you detect discrepancies in your inventory for possible fraud? How do you do when products are getting maybe about to expire? Why should your inventory not be so low? Let the salesperson, as he or she is selling, automatically update with the inventory manager, who should know when to order, which product to order, what quantity to order. Let the accountant be able to receive that information real time to know the current worth of our inventory. Let expiring products show up that this product will expire. With this information, you will enjoy abnormal profits. I hope this video would have helped you to learn something. But this is just an iceberg of the whole business management. We've not talked about customer management, right? We've not talked about inventory. We've just touched a bit about inventory management, sales management, employees management, and all facets of the business. Now we'll go into aspect of dealing with business with respect to sector-wise approach. That is our objectives in this channel. And they will bring you different business principles. Are you building a startup? We'll bring you the knowledge that we have learned. The other day we made a video, what we learned when we were building Solafide. It has been 4 years of digging and going through one challenge to another. It has been 4 years of constant communication. It has been 4 years of research to research the whole OHADA accounting practices. It has been 4 years of seeing the different facets of every business, understanding that OHADA runs from class 1 to class 9, and what all of these classes mean in a business. We have learned a lot. And we want to share the knowledge to you. Class 1 is about capital. Class 2 is about asset. Class inventory. Class 4, third party. Do you know what it means? Do you know what constitutes third party in your business? Maybe you don't know about customers and suppliers. But we have more. So you need to know how to manage them. It is important for you. So the best you can do for us and for you is to just click on the notification bell so that whenever we are live or when we upload new content like this, you'll be updated, you'll be notified. Always check around, go to our website. The essence of this, we produce content in all formats: articles, videos, papers. What content are we not producing? Because we want to empower. And so it has been wonderful being with you today. And watch out for tomorrow's video or other videos that will be coming up. If you have a question, please, one of the things I always say, if you have a question, ask it. We will try to give an answer. The second thing is that we'd like to know where you're watching us from. Are you in Cameroon, out of Cameroon, in Boya, out of Boya? Where are you watching us from? So thank you very much and see you in our next video. Bye-bye for now.